Let's try Wool at the Gates. See what this is like. Sprint, shift, change forms, space. Tutoria. Tutoria. Press space to switch to eye form and heal. You are the all-powerful flying eyeball god responsible for rebuilding the city and stopping the sheep rebellion. Hold shift to fly faster. Possess the power to shapeshift into a hero to fight alongside the united human, orc, and elf factions. Build your headquarters to choose your hero. Move your cursor over the headquarters location to select it. Build high elf melee hero whose basic attack deals extra damage when switching targets. Ranged hero that deals extra damage to targets at close range. Stab with your crossbow, then fire 2 arrow volleys in the same direction, prioritizing ranged enemies. Spin with your sword extended for 3 seconds, dealing damage to all nearby enemies and taking reduced damage. Enemies closer to you take more damage. Command off-screen archers to fire at marked enemies near you, consuming marks on hit for 300% bonus damage. Let's go with the bone bow. Build houses. Buildings, heroes, and troops belong to human, orc, or elf factions. Your city earns faction points when you build something. The faction tracker in the top left shows your current points and the next milestone. Each time you reach a milestone, you gain a new perk from that faction. Do I have any more gold? I do not. Move to the enemy spawn location. Each round, enemies will spawn at the marked locations. Press that to start the battle. If you lose if your headquarters is destroyed. Other destroyed buildings will be rebuilt, but won't provide resources that round. Press E to use your hero ability. Abilities target the closest enemy in range if a target is required. Build a barracks there. Spawns troops to defend your city. I have 6 coins apparently. Necromancer, Paladin, Wizard, melee unit that resurrects enemies and kills a summoned. Melee unit that casts an enchanter spell to heal a nearby troop or hero. Ranged unit that shoots at multiple targets if they are spread out. Brew, melee unit that is strong against siege enemies. Melee unit that explodes when killed, dealing AoE damage and then respawns as a summoned. Ranged unit that casts an enchanter spell to curse target, increasing damage taken by 25% for 8 seconds. Assassin stealth melee unit with a powerful first ambush attack that breaks stealth. Ranged unit that casts an enchanter spell to root an enemy in place, cannot root flying enemies. Ranged unit that each spawn 2 summoned once per round at the start of combat. I mean, the wizard or necromancer probably sound like the best. Drag to select troops. Each barracks can respawn some of its troops that have died in combat. Your city will automatically trigger a respawn event if enough troops are dead, or you can manually respawn troops by pressing Q. We survived. Let's build necromancers this time. Choose a human perk or hero. Gain 2 class points in your hero's starting class. Your hero's basic attacks deal 35% more damage. The next house you build is free and generates double the gold. Towers gain 30%. Extra range and 15% attack speed. Let's do that. Choose a something bonus. Bounty Hunter. Collect gold during battle to heal. While still gaining the gold, enemies drop more gold each round. Gain health and basic attack damage for each class, with at least 1 bonus. Go with Bounty Hunter. So those are houses, monument. When built, gives 1 faction point for each nearby building of the same faction. Generates gold each round. So, house. Walls. 6. Build more. More houses. Gives hero EXP when built or upgraded, and generates XP each round it survives. Tile building previews. Flying enemies incoming. Only ranged attacks can hit flying enemies. Build a tower to defend your city. Ballista deals more damage the farther its projectiles travel. Each shot also triggers an AoE stun and damage around the tower. Focuses farthest. Digs up 1 gold in a group of summoned when a round starts. Digs up a group of summoned each time respawn troops is used. Shoots an AoE projectile that slows enemy movement and attack speed for a duration. Give 19 gold. All-seeing, slow, powerful attacks that can hit any enemy on the map. Cast an enchanter spell to taunt enemies. Taunted enemies will obsessively attack this tower until it is destroyed. When attacked, temporarily becomes hidden and continues attacking. Light applies a permanent stacking dot to the target. If the target dies, all dots transfer to a nearby target. Veil casts an enchanter spell on a nearby building under attack that makes the building hidden for a duration. Cannot hide walls or itself. Fires an additional projectile at an enemy that kills a troop or hero within its range. We'll start off with the ice shard, and then we'll put light here. A ballista here. Upgrade requires headquarters level 2. enemies have both for experience. Generates golden hero experience each round it survives. All buildings gain 20% more health and deal a small amount of damage back when hit by a melee attack. Gain 3 control gold for every 5 new buildings constructed. Your hero's basic attacks deal 30% more damage and gains an additional 5% each round your hero survives. Maxes out at 60% more damage. Let's do that. These will generate me gold. Wall. I don't have enough for the wall. Your hero leveled up. How do I choose a hero? Oh, down here. Stab with your crossbow, then fire 2 arrow volleys in the same direction, prioritizing ranged enemies. Shoot arcane magic at enemies, dealing a percentage of their current health as damage and slowing their attack and movement speed by 40% for 5 seconds. Group of summoned. Place a large trap on the ground at the hero's location that activates for 6 seconds when triggered. Enemies affected take damage over time and are slowed. Tether yourself to nearby enemies, draining their life for 6 seconds. If a target dies, heal a bonus amount and tether to a new target. Fires 5 projectiles at low health enemies. Killing a target reduces your hero's primary ability cooldown by 1 second. Create a protective energy dome that enemies cannot enter. Your hero and allies cannot be targeted inside the dome. Basic attacks and ranger class hero abilities will sometimes double attack. Increase range for ranged attacks and reduce damage from ranged attacks. generate a lot of gold for a few rounds and decreases significantly for gold per round. Reduces after 3 rounds to 1, I think. Let's do Grave Robber and All Seeing. Gain 25% bit chance for basic attacks and mage class hero abilities to deal splash damage. Basic attacks and mage class hero abilities slow enemy movement speed. We'll do this splash damage. Barracks, I guess. I guess maybe more wizard. A wall. Hero leveled up. I would like this one. Basic attacks restore health based on a percentage of the damage dealt. Continue fighting for duration after death. We'll do this one. It's interesting. I don't think I enjoy it though. There are headquarters towers and barracks. Cost 1 less to upgrade and get 1 faction point when upgraded. All barracks gain a powerful long-range attack. Troops holding position. I gotta sneeze. I thought this game looked interesting, but it wasn't as fun as I'd hoped.